Hey guys, how's everybody doing? As you know, Lionel has just released a new catalog, and I'm going to take you through and show you all of my highlights. I'm not necessarily going to go in order with this catalog from what's on the first couple of pages to what's at the end of the catalog, but I'm going to show you what are my most exciting highlights, starting with what for me is the cream of the crop, and then going down into what I might consider ordering. So here we go. First up, we have the Legacy Camelbacks. And this is something I've been hoping to see from Lionel for a long time. And as you can see, there is a Long Island Railroad Camelback there. And I think these pieces are awesome. I'm very excited to see them in the catalog. And this is a definite. I really am excited for this one. I've got some nice matching passenger cars to go with it. And it's a really cool piece of Long Island Railroad history from the turn of the century up until about the mid-1930s. So really cool stuff. Next up is this Conrail Sw8. This is awesome. I grew up seeing a lot of the Conrail units around New York City, and I think it would be really cool to have this little switcher engine working alongside the Legacy C420s that I have. So really neat and very excited for this piece. Also, to go with that SW8, we have a Conrail/Penn Central patch mill gondola, and that's really cool looking. So that'll definitely be added as well. And here we have the John Bull steam engine and a passenger car on these Pennsylvania Railroad flat cars being transported to the World's Fair in 1939. That is really, really cool. Now, am I going to pre-order this? I'm not sure, but it's definitely very high up on the consideration list. This is a beautiful piece and would make a really nice display piece, as well as a good runner to go with the 210-4 Texas or the CC2 or any other Pennsy freight. Really, really interesting and a nice surprise. And of course, in this catalog, we have the Acellas. So we're looking at the prototype version here, and these are really exciting. I'm very happy to see them back in the catalog. I think it's great that both powered units are going to have sound, plus the Bistro car is going to have its own station sound sequence, and they kept the tilting mechanism in without making it computerized. They just now have a geared mechanism that tilts the cars, and I think that's really exciting. These sets are gorgeous, and even some of the fantasy schemes I like. I love that New Haven fantasy scheme, and probably not going to pre-order this. Not sure, but still really nice to see these in the catalog. Really good stuff, and props Lionel. I really think they did a good job at kind of simplifying the technology, yet not taking away from how awesome these sets are. And it's really cool to get these sets right before the real Acela is retired. So there you go, great stuff. And another major highlight in this catalog is the return of the two 10-10-2 Vision Line steam locomotives. These are really, really cool. So I really like the 3009 with the darkened side rods. The 3001 is really cool too because it made an appearance in a silent movie, as Ryan Kunkel mentioned. And then you have the two fantasy schemes. I do like that Valley Flyer version. That's pretty nice. The black bonnet's not really my thing, but I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that are going to love it. So really nice to see these back. They're adding a speaker to the boiler as well, which Ryan had mentioned in their Lionel's video talking about the catalog. The safety valve steam effect won't be in these engines, as the description says, because they couldn't fit it in. However, they are putting a speaker in the boiler, which I think is better than having another smoke unit. This engine already has several smoke units. Not going to pre-order it, however, I will definitely be watching for its release. Really, really fun. I'd love to get my hands on a 3009 just to weather it and run it a little bit. So, but I'm not pre-ordering it. However, I'm really anxious to see these come out. So awesome stuff. Another really cool highlight is the Usra Pacific'S, and my favorite is the nickel plate by War Bonds version, and a lot of people really love that version. I think that's going to be very, very popular. Love that tender, and Not sure. Probably not going to pre-order. Actually, I'm definitely not going to pre-order at this time. However, I'll be watching for this one. Another really, really awesome consideration. I've been wanting something nickel plate, and I'm very happy to see that War Bonds tender with the Pacific. Got my troop sleepers that will go very well with this engine. So cool stuff. Really, really neat. Another really, really cool World War II era model here is this Fantasy Scheme Veranda Turbine in the Department of Defense scheme. Really love this, and I love the features they're putting in it. Solid die-cast metal, super bass sound system. This thing's going to be loud. It's going to smoke great, and what a nice addition. So I'm not going over the UP versions because I'm not much of a UP collector. However, I do really love this Department of Defense scheme. The Pennsylvania is not bad either, but this is really the highlight as for me as far as the verandas go. Really nice piece. All right, and last but not least, we have the New York Central Mohawks. So really excited to see these coming into the catalog. Finally, a lot of people have been waiting for them. So there are several variations here. Right here, we're looking at the 2790 along with the pacemaker boxcars. So really cool stuff, and I'm excited to see them. I was kind of hoping for one more feature in the steam locomotive, such as reciprocating steam cylinders or a speaker in the boiler, something like that. Just one extra feature would have been awesome, like they did with the Legacy H10s from a couple of years ago. However, still really cool. Really happy to see them in the catalog. And also worth mentioning is the New Haven Railroad's 482 steam locomotive. They had a nearly identical steam locomotive in heavy freight service, and it's really cool that Lionel is went ahead and painted one of these in New Haven. And then, of course, you have the fantasy schemes if you're into that. But for me, I like the prototype New York Central version. The New Haven prototype is so close to a real New York Central Mohawk that I think it's a good idea for Lionel to do it in New Haven to be able to cover that fan base as well. So really good. Really happy to see these. So anyway, there you go. These are my highlights, and let me know what your highlights are in the catalog. Overall, I think this is a very, very good catalog, and I only have one concern with Lionel, and I'm sure many of you have the same concern, is that the paint schemes, their paint job on a lot of their engines lately has been off. So a lot of this stuff I'm going to wait and see what it looks like before committing to purchasing anything, just because of the way some of the stuff has been delivered lately. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say about it. I don't want to bash Lionel, but that is a legitimate concern that I have. However, really great stuff, great features, and really nice to see some of these models returning for 2021. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care. One more quick thing. I just wanted to let you guys know I did join a podcast with Matt Trainlover 9943, Matt from West Chicago Model Railroad, and Ravenhawk 6910. We all got together on a podcast and discussed the catalog in more depth and had some laughs and had some fun. So once that is live and available, I'll let you guys know. You could also ask Matt Trainlover or Ravenhawk or Matt from West Chicago Model Railroad about it, and you could chime in and listen in if you want to. So thanks, guys. Have a good one, and enjoy the trains. Bye-bye.